Hello. What's going on? Today is the 15th. Because tomorrow I gotta go to court. 16th. Anyways, today's the 15th of Monday of the good April, and headed back home. Just came from Wally World, and you go to Wally World and you spend a lot of money, but anyways, sorry for the noises and stuff that's gonna be banging in the back and all that. But the man in the van is in session. So first of all, man, I'm gonna tell you, the world today, this country. I can't say much of the whole world, but I'm for sure in the whole world it has its own issues, and I'm for sure there's a man somewhere in another country just looking at videos and look at a lot of YouTube videos like I do. I think I watch a lot of YouTube, and I guess because of that, I start my own little YouTube thing here, and man, I don't know if anybody's really seeing it or not, but it's one of those things that maybe one day, maybe somebody may see my videos and maybe it go viral. Who knows? But until then, I gotta speak the truth, and I'm for sure I'm one of many other people who has spoken about this topic, or similar to this topic about, man, how people, what is it? I was speaking to somebody one day, and I wish I knew. I forget who I was talking about. I guess, anyways, it's not important, but what is wrong with the people today, man? What's going on that their minds, like, they can't think as if they have been poisoned with something? I swear, man, the things that are being put in food, and listen, I'm guilty of eating the trash that's out here as well. But let me tell you something. I can't think the way these people think. Logically, they're fried, man. Some of these YouTube videos I go to, they're at these rallies and they trying to demonstrate against Trump. And a lot of these people, or the immigration, or the wall. And let me tell you something. There's a lot of people who just go there just to go there. It's like they have nothing else to do with their lives. They're not producing anything. They're consuming everything. So they're at these rallies, and some of them they just don't have any sense of what are they really talking about. Okay? Then you got the other people that do go to work. They're still brain dead. It's like, I just don't get it. But man, what craziness has this country turned to? There's a lot of people out there, including myself, that, listen, when I was growing up in the 80s, it didn't seem like crazy. It didn't seem, listen, you always had protesters that go way back, but they were protesting, that was something that was worth something, that you could say, well, okay, this, I could see this. But you got what today is what they call them, these snowflakes that are just, they have no, and you can almost identify them. Number one, you can identify it by the stupid color of their hair, which I don't understand that. And I'm sorry if it offends anybody who has colored hair. I'm sorry. My thing is, colored hair, I think, belongs in circuses. And that's it. That's where clowns get their colored hair from. I'm not saying that you're a clown, but, that's what I'm saying. That's what they look like. And their views are like totally just really out of sync with reality. It's like whatever it is that's got them like this, man, it's like there's no cure for that. There's no listen, people have done stupid things. Listen, I've done stupid things in my life, but it's as if, you know, you learn of those things. I learned many things, but these people here are entitled. They think they're entitled, and they do stupid things like say that, you know, like this country is, you know, they hate this country, and this country is no good, and they and you know, this is stupid. Why are you here? Number one, I always think this is, why are you here? You know, what other country can you come and go as you please, make the money you want to create a business, stay in a company for 30 years? Listen, I'm not saying that, you know, America is great. I mean, they're killing us on taxes, but you know what? I can understand that. I get it. The taxes they're killing us is because a lot of the others that are not putting in, okay? The illegal immigrants and these stupid people believe that they should bring these people in without any worry, but yet we need to pay for that, and our taxes go up. Because the more people come in, especially those, and I'm not talking about Mexican, I'm talking about anybody that's not American that has to get legal citizenship. Okay, those are the people I'm really talking about. Those people. They come in here in drones, man. There's a lot of folks. I don't mind people coming to America. But when people come to America and they don't put their share into it, well, guess what happens? More things are being utilized. More things are being utilized on the highways, the little roads, the bridges, you know, facilities, you know, those things are being utilized. And it costs money to upkeep that. But the thing is, people are coming in here illegally, taking the jobs. Listen, there's so many jobs out here. I can't believe, I just can't, I drive everywhere. I'm in everywhere in my county, and I see it. There's jobs here, there's jobs there. Okay, there's jobs out there. But the problem is, when those that come into this country illegally, they work in the jobs that I must say that people don't want to do. You know, the hard working jobs. And I understand that. But the thing is, they're getting everything underneath the table. So they utilize everything else around them, and yet nothing's being put in. Nothing's being put in. But these people, these I hate to say, these stupid people think that, we need to let them come in and let them, why are we mean, the Americans who don't want them here, who's not doing it the right way? Well, then, if that's the case, then open up your house. Today I watched this one video about this guy. He's interviewing these nutcases, and they coming up and saying, there's one guy, I don't think, and check this out. They're in a protest rally for Trump in Canada. Number one, it's retarded as heck. I don't even know what they're talking about. I don't know what that's all about, but anyways. But the guy asks him, hey, why do you think that, why do you hate Trump, or why do you disagree with Trump? And he talks about, once again, they go into the illegal and all this other craziness. And the guy says, okay, fine, okay, I see your point. Then why don't you allow them in your home? Oh, well, they always backpedal. Okay? And that goes to anybody out here in America. If you feel so hard and so sad and you feel this way, that why don't you adopt, a family or two? Put them under your roof. Okay? And then pay for everything that they use, and then let them not pay any taxes, and they let them just utilize everything, and then let them find their way from your house. But they won't do that. There's nothing but backpedalers. And listen, I'm not saying, we can debate, I can debate anybody on it all day, as far as, this country was built on immigrants, and illegals and blah, blah, blah. Got it. I understand that. But the difference is today from yesterday that there were a lot of, this country was being built, okay? And people were putting in, they were, staying in this country, doing the things that this country and putting in to this country. These guys are coming out of here from these countries and just coming here and then sending their money back and not giving nothing in. I'm not gonna stay here and I'm not picking tomatoes or picking cotton. I ain't the one for that. But I do hard work. Okay? I work 2 jobs if possible. But the thing is, I gotta put into it what I take out. That's my deal. That's what I gotta deal with here. And that's the unfairness that we live in America. This thing that people just take and not put in, man. It drives me nuts. And these protesters, these people are eating some type of poison or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, man, but it's like they're logically dysfunctional. And they can't think, they can't see the logic behind it all. They can't see that what they're doing is actually harming this future, the future of America. Okay? And for me being an American, I don't like that trash, man. I think they need to build the wall. But listen, by building the wall is one thing, but the other part about all of this is the wall ain't really going to help at all. I'm sorry. The wall is not going to be the final fix, because there's always going to be people, just like drugs. They can never get rid of drugs. You can fight the war on drugs all day you want, but you're never going to get rid of drugs, just like you're never going to get rid of immigrants. But there could be a way where you can fix this immigration thing. And I don't know how that's going to get done. Just like I don't know how they're going to completely stop drugs. The thing is about what I believe, just like drugs and just like people, man, and the government, is this. Drugs and the illegals that come in here are just numbers, okay? And the more drugs that they bring in or cease, that's their money in the pockets of politicians and all these other crooks that's out here. Just as much as the illegal immigrants, because what happens is they go in this country and they use them for a real cheap labor, and they, who knows? Okay, the other crazy stuff. So it's never going to be totally fixed. It's not. But there has to be a better way where people come in this country, and put themselves in a position to where they're going to be paid. That's what I'm saying. I just like I said with this tax thing, it's retarded. If it was a fair tax, if there's fair tax, then I could see, man, it works for everybody. Yeah, you may pay more for that bread, but everybody's getting taxed. That's the solution, I believe. That will work. Okay? I believe that will work. I believe that will help a lot, and taking the pressure off us Americans who do work. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy how these people that are out here who are anti-Americans, but yet they eat at American foods, they shop at American shops, they go to Disney World, they use all the amusements, they use the freedom to walk outside at the any time of the night or day, and they just do whatever they want, but yet they hate America. I mean, I swear, man, if there was a legal thing to take every single kid, not every single kid, every person who's this way, who hates American, who is American, and take them over to a country, a third world country. Just like when I went to Belize, the third world country, that little country, and you stick them there, Okay, let's see how they would really appreciate where they're living at compared to where they're living at now. What they're living at in that country like that, and compare it to this country here. Okay, let's see if they're gonna cry and whine and act a fool in these other countries. Listen, I don't watch TV because you know what? I don't have to watch TV. I watch YouTube. And if I do watch a program on TV, it's some stupid thing, that has nothing to do with local channels, and I barely watch that. But man, I go to maybe Netflix, but I watch them, and still, there's too much to it's too much, man. That this country wants you occupied in. They want your mind melted. Okay, they're nuking our brains with bull crap. Okay. And let me tell you something, and they're digging into our churches today. They're coming in, they're infiltrating our churches. And I don't want to keep blabbering, but man, listen. One thing for sure, the other day I was driving and I was talking to Kanisa, and I said, what's up with all these churches sprouting everywhere? Okay? And part of me says, man, that's great. People are wanting to create church and talk about Christ and talk about how, everything else. But then, in the back of my mind, I think and say, what's really happening? Is this true? Is this God allowing this? Or is it the work of the Satan himself that's just saying, number one, they don't want to be responsible for anything. Number two, they want to make the church today what the world is today. They're trying to infiltrate that. Just like there was a survey that went off and said a lot of church people go, these people that want to start churches, they go to the neighborhood and they knock on doors and kind of go to a survey with people and asking them, if you was to go to church, what would you want? What would you want, and what things you would like taken out? Okay, so they write this survey down, and so they create a church like that, and then people come in and they do the things that they do. Okay, and it looks just like anything else here. So that's what's going on with these churches today. There's no accountability for anything. There's nothing. Nobody's being. Listen, I can keep going on and blabber and all that, but those are the two topics that that really got my mind going today. I want to make another video of talking about today's churches and what it means. But when I start talking about this stuff, I got to have the scriptures in front of me. I got to start flipping through them and looking to see, what I want to put on and to reference when I'm speaking. So anyways, but I'm going to tell you something. This country used to be something. Okay. But today, this country is the new Babylon. Okay. This country is the new Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay. And this is the new Noah, days of Noah, where things are just going out of control. And it's getting worse, and it's getting really thick. Pretty soon, there's going to be a lot of things that's going to happen. You see it out there, and the people, and these people out there doing weird stuff, man, and it's crazy. Women want to be feminists. Women don't want to take. They want to have the role of a woman, but yet they don't understand what a woman is. Men want to be more like effeminate men, and they buying into this feminist trash. It's crazy. It's ludicrous, man. But anyways, that's all I had to say for now. And I got to get my butt up there and get these groceries. But this is the man in the van, man. Peace out.